My feet are so painful. My knees are so painful. Right. Whew. YouTube mode. YouTube mode. YouTube mode. Pa! Energy. Energy. Hey! Hola, Kinalito, aka Mahali Selepe, the girl that calls for country's home. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Well, today I have been busy struggling with my chargers. I've got like 3 chargers here. The chargers will not work. So I hope I don't sound as rushed as I feel, because I've got like 7% battery life. I've got my charging pad. This is the only thing that works, but I'm unable to put it together with my phone on the stand. I'll figure out something. I'll probably take a break for 2 seconds and put, because I'm in the recording mode. We've got to make use of this, before I run out of time or out of energy. Right, so I have some questions for some of you that I didn't get to answer in my previous Q&As. And one of you in particular messaged me and said, look, I am not on Instagram, I'm not on Facebook, how do I send my questions? And I gave you my number, and we've been chatting on WhatsApp. So therefore it makes sense to start with your questions. But before I start with your questions, can I just say the question that I had forgotten to mention? Like, I had forgotten more than one question, but this one in particular said, what is your secret for staying young? Ooh. Well, can I just say that it's in my blood, it's in my genes. All right, black don't crack, as they say. At work, they were so shocked to hear, like, someone overheard my conversation. I mean, the person I was chatting to was like just as shocked. And the person hearing the conversation, like, what? Because when I knocked off, they're like, oh, wow, you done already? I was like, yeah, no, I finished 2:30, I go to pick up my daughter from school. What? You have a daughter? I'm like, yeah, I have an 18-year-old son as well. What? The one behind me. What? But you look 25. Child. Yes, I am 40 if you are new here and you have not been following my videos. Yes, 40 never looked this good before, has it? So yeah, jeans man, I'm so grateful, because right now as I start my life, I don't look like this old woman busy with children. I mean, it's okay for old people to start their life. It's okay, you can start your life at any age, at any stage. But I must say, I feel really good that I am sort of like able to blend in with the people. Yeah. Right, so question 1, how are you? To be honest, I feel like life is passing me by. I don't feel like I am missing out, but I feel like life is passing me by. By that I mean, I don't feel like I'm in charge of. I feel like things are happening to me. I feel like things are happening. Yeah, I feel like I think the feeling of life passing you by sort of like summarizes it nicely for me. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like things are just happening, even though I'm part of them, even though I'm also actively doing things. I feel because my life has been directed in a direction that I had not planned. I don't feel very much in control of what is going on in my life, even the things that I myself are doing. Yeah, so I'm feeling a bit lost is the word that comes to mind, but I don't feel lost, but at the same time I do feel lost. I feel slightly disorientated. Yeah, I feel disorientated or disoriented. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel, I feel exhausted, but I need to keep swimming. That's the kind of feeling. I feel exhausted, but if I stop, I die. I'll drown if I stop moving my feet, moving my arms. That's how I feel. Yeah, I hope that answers that. I hope that makes sense. I personally have looked up to your marriage with and I admired you guys. Did you guys explore all avenues to try to make it work? Now, if you're new to my channel, I'm going through a divorce currently. So, the answer is no. The answer is no. Did we explore all avenues to try to make it work? No. To be honest, we did not. And I don't think he would deny it either. He just didn't want to be married anymore. There was nothing to explore. Yeah. Because the thing is, marriage is between two willing people. Even if one is not willing, but if they're at least willing to get help to try and figure things out, you stand a chance. But if only one party is willing, there's no marriage. Yeah. Are you seeing a therapist to help you deal with the divorce? No. I saw the therapist last year after he moved out. So now that we've finished our 12 months of separation and facing the divorce proceedings, I'm not seeing anyone. I do feel like I should be. But I also have so many other things I'm doing. I don't feel like I'm coping, but I feel like I'm coping. You know what I mean? I feel like I think there was one friend who said to me, shelve your emotions. I think I may have said this on the previous video. Shelve your emotions, deal with what needs to be dealt with, and then you can you can face your emotions. You can tell it was a man, right? And I feel like that's what I'm doing. I feel like I have so much I need to deal with. I'm pained. I am pained by the whole thing. But I feel like I have no time to be pained. I need to deal with things, and then I'll go deal with the emotional side of things. I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but I have so many things I need to be doing. Like right now I'm on work placement. There is so many things. There's no time. I don't have time. And I think if I felt I couldn't cope at all, I would be prioritizing therapist. But also I'm broke. I don't have money for therapy. If there was a free one, I would be there. I know there's a community one. Remember, you guys, there's a video I did before when I was crying that the psychologist was not available. You get booked. These people are not available because it's free services. It's just discouraging, and I just left it. But I am planning on going to my doctor for a mental health plan, because I do actually feel like, you know what? I'm actually not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. You and Habi, who won't say his name from now on, have lived a public life. Has that made it difficult to deal with the divorce? We have lived a public life. I think yes. But for me, I'm a talking person, so I talk anyway. I would be talking anyway and telling people, anybody willing to listen. But I do feel like, for me, I think in the past times, as I've mentioned before, it's the 7th time we are separated. 7th time he wants a divorce. No, it's probably more than the 7th time he actually wants the divorce, but it's the 7th time we actually separated. I know my greatest fear was the Facebook people. I think I felt like we're gonna let people down. We can't do that, because so many people looked up to us. But anybody whoever cared to inbox me, to compliment me, or questions or anything, I would tell them the real deal, that okay, when they say not everything that glitters is gold, this is the realness. And that's what I wanted. And even the videos that we've done as a couple have been real. We've never pretended to be the most happy couple or the most perfect couple. We were just a couple that enjoyed ourselves. People have asked me, oh, those dancing, you guys, oh goodness, so was this real? Was that? Yes, we were very happy when we were dancing. When you see us dancing as a family, everything, our hearts were there. We meant everything we did. It was real. Nothing was faked. We were very, very happy as we did that. So nothing was ever for pretend. We were never acting to be happy. We were actually happy. So yeah. So I know initially, so that used to be my burden, okay? So when during 2016 separated, like I always felt a burden for the people. You know what I mean? Like, because marriage has such a bad rep. I would tell people, marriage is amazing, guys. Marriage is incredible. And then I'm like, oh, now my marriage is breaking. But the thing is, I did everything right. You know what I mean? So there was nothing to be humiliated about. So as soon as when he said he wanted a divorce, as soon as I said, okay, God just help me, man. Like, I had prayed for God to help me to not beg this man if he ever says he wants a divorce again. He had promised me he would never do that to me. He would never want a divorce again, because he doesn't know why he keeps wanting the divorce. He would never. I just said, Lord, if he ever does, help me not to beg, because I would beg this man. I would beg, and then I regret it when we reconcile. After we reconcile, that's when I go through the emotions, like the pain. That's when I start feeling the pain. So I was like, Lord, help me not to beg. And I didn't beg. And as soon as I said to him, okay, it's fine, I felt the weight off my shoulders, the weight of the people, the weight, worrying about the Facebook people. Also there was that thing of, oh, what will people say? I overcame that like very quickly. And then I just had the burden of the people who actually love us, who genuinely love us. Not just on Facebook, people in our real lives who look up to us, because a lot of people looked up to us. That came off me as well, like very soon. I just felt, I think as soon as he went public with his relationship that he had here in Perth, that the weight came off, because now there was nothing to hide. There was nothing for me to try, and it was now public that we're not together anymore. Therefore, I don't have to be trying to protect the Facebook people from their heartbreaks of this perfect couple that they were looking up to for it to turn out to not have been so perfect after all, So guys, really, I always say, like I've always said, like even when my favorite YouTubers broke up, who were they? I can't remember their names now. They're here in Australia. Nikki and Jamie. I always commented. I always said, guys, people are people, and that's what I used to say to people who inboxed me, wanting to know how we're making our marriage work, because it was public knowledge that we had separated and now we're together again. There's public knowledge that we had unfaithfulness from both camps, from myself, from himself. We had a video like that on YouTube, and people were asking, how did you guys cope with that? So I always stress that, guys, do not look up to people, because even people that get discouraged and leave churches because the church leaders did that and that, I always say, guys, and I'm gonna say, do not look up to people. People are people. We are folly. We are sinners. We are people. We are humans. We're only doing the best we can, so do not get discouraged by people doing things, because people will do things. People are people. People are people. People are just trying their best, and they're just enjoying their lives. They're not trying to make you look up to them. You understand? You are choosing to look up to people, but you need to remember these are only people, and life happens to them as well. So yes, it did feel a bit heavy to have to speak about it, and that's why I waited a year to actually make a video on my channel about it. And I waited until he mentioned it on his social media platform. And also, I must say, I was helped by these other YouTubers who have, who are separating from their husbands and stuff. That gave me courage to see that, okay, because I had been itching to talk about it, because I felt I want to be real. I don't like pretense. No, I don't like pretense. Let's be real. And I felt we have to be real, because there's not much out there. When you're going through something like this, I remember I was looking. Sometimes you're looking for things to see, oh my goodness, who else is going through this? How are they coping with this at this stage? How are they doing? And there's nothing. People will tell you something having happened in the past, or people will tell you, I struggled to find something, and I thought I was gonna share my story so that someone can come here and get some strength. Of course, I can't share it the way I want to, because I have people around me who it's difficult. Sometimes I think I'm the only public person in my circle, like including my family. At the same time, I share my things because I'm sharing my story, but it ends up looking like I'm throwing my ex under the bus, and I'm not. I'm telling my story. And yeah, I'm just making peace with that at the moment, and I will tell my story in full. I've told you I've got a book that I'm writing that I've neglected it for a while because it's difficult to write. I keep crying. It's just hard. Yeah, and I don't feel it's hard to write your truth, because your truth involves other people, and other people are going to look bad, So it's figuring out how to write your truth and be gracious with other people. So yeah, dealing with the separation for me, it was made easier by him going public with his relationship. That made it easier for me. Like I say, yeah, I had got, and fortunately, I wasn't dealing with the shame, the what. I've made videos here telling women, you are everything. You know what I mean? You are heir to the kingdom of God. It's not you, it's the men. I did those videos. I was talking to me. And some of you have reached out to me, saying things that other people had told me, had encouraged me with, to say, girls, it's not us. It is not us, man. If a man doesn't know what he wants in his life and leaves, walks out of your life, it's not you. You're not to blame. No. So yeah. It's always difficult when you are in the public space to deal with your things publicly. But for me, it was freeing. It was liberating. As soon as I felt that people know, it was liberating. I don't have to hide anything now. Let's talk. Right. This is what's happening. Let's talk about it. Okay. 40 years. Ain't you scared of dying alone? Die alone for who? Who's dying alone? What? Me? Ain't nobody dying alone. What? My creator says, I will never leave you, nor forsake you. How? Where? Which part am I alone? Which one? Where? You mentioned in the last upload that you have been on a few dates. How is the dating scene for you? The dating scene. Hey, I remember my friend, I was saying to her, so how are things? I mean, my friend is almost like my age. She's a year younger than me, this friend that I'm talking about. And she's not married yet. And she was saying, man, there is nobody our age. No one. They're either divorced, they're either widowed, or they're a loser. That killed me. Where to Ria? Oh, I forgot. All right. So she absolutely killed. I could have done this recording once you were gone. I didn't realize we're not even gonna spend time. Never mind. Anywho, yeah. So she said, my friend, they're either divorced or losers. So you can imagine. So if you're still singing it for to a loser, like how are you still singing? If you're a man. Sorry, man. No, anywho, some people are married. People are married. They'll be inboxing you, sliding in your inbox, and they're married. Come on, guys. Come on. You know, and then, other people are divorced. And I remember thinking, I don't want a divorced person. No, I don't want someone with children. Where? I have children. I will be divorced when I'm with them. So what? Apologies, guys. My battery died just as well. I was going on and on. Thank you for watching. And I hope to see you again soon in my next upload. I love you. But remember that God loves you even more. And you are enough. And that's true. Ciao, ciao. Hella, you watched everything. Thank you so much for watching everything. Now don't forget to subscribe and go back to my other videos and scroll and watch everything. There's very good things in here, very good interesting things. You are number one. Now thank you and take care of yourself.